Hope you all had a nice Christmas and New Year break. I did, but now it feels great to be back this week. The market has been brutal the past month. 2 fakes above 100k for Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance that seemed to fall off a cliff retraced all the way back to the trend line in 2 weeks here in December, absolutely wrecking the altcoins. There are 3 narratives for the current dump, the second rejection from 100k. As no one has missed, the first one, US to dump 69,000 BTC from SilkRoad before Donald Trump takes over. And as far as I can see, they haven't sold anything yet. Still 69,000 BTC worth $6.5 billion. So the dump here is not because Department of Justice has dumped these coins on the market. No, price dumped on the anticipation of DOJ dumping. Perhaps together with some orchestrated price manipulation to liquidate everyone who opened new long positions on the 100k breakout here. Which probably a lot of large investors did, because that was a legit bullish price action. So how much is it that they will sell? Well, it is quite a lot actually. 69k BTC is similar to what Michael Saylor bought in December, for example, 15, 36, 51, 56, 58, which did impact the price on the upside, in my opinion. The second reason or narrative for the dump is the yields. I've written it in our tier report since November that the market feels, right or wrong, that Trump's policies will lead to higher rates for longer. And that's what we see, for example, here in the 10-year yield, which has made some really strong upside breakouts. Same with the US dollar index. Massively strong breakout. And stronger dollar and anticipation of higher yields is generally not good for speculative assets, like stocks, like Bitcoin. The third one is our old classic: buy the rumor, sell the news. So the market rallied massively on the anticipation of all the great things that Trump will do. He will, on day one, turn water into wine, sell the dirty gold and buy Bitcoin instead, sending the price into the stratosphere. Then, as he actually starts in 10 days, perhaps he has a lot of other stuff to do. California, Canada, Panama. Maybe he doesn't have time to head down into the gold vault and put ads on Facebook Marketplace for all those gold bars and log into Coinbase and buy the trillions. Then people get disappointed and they sell. That's the classic buy the rumor, sell the news price action. Everyone knows that. So perhaps this dump is front-running that reaction. All on that on one side. Yesterday, price was at support, a key support that has held many times. So I bought some Bitcoin and Solana yesterday. The truth is that you, me and everyone else have no idea which way this is going to go. And there's no need to really. If buying at support, we risk very little on the downside if it doesn't hold. If it does hold, the upside possibility is undeniably pretty big. Then, say for example, if there are 50-50 odds of either playing out. That's a great risk reward. If 90k doesn't hold here, next support can be the parabola, which becomes about 75k as I've drawn it here, which also confluences well with the resistance level from 2024. On Solana, same thing there, touchdown exactly on support on the SOL to BTC chart and on the SOL to USD chart. It's really the basis of all trading or capital preservation in general. Hold on to the winners, cut the losers, and then when you cut them you want the damage to be as small as possible, which is why it's good to buy at support, especially in an uptrend. I'm not predicting that this is going to work, just that the damage is less if it doesn't. Next negative news. This is not what we want to see in stocks, because the stock market is also positively correlated to Bitcoin during most periods. If price breaks below this neckline, we have a head and shoulders top in the S&P 500. On a positive note, Larsson line is still gold in Bitcoin. Support held. And we don't know if the US government will actually dump the BTC. Perhaps someone in that office has a brain. or at least has some self-preservation skills to delay it for another 10 days. And if they do sell, perhaps Sailor will find some loose change and buy them. Regardless, my strategy is super simple and extremely clear. If 90k breaks, bad. If we instead rally from here, we can still get another attempt at head and shoulders invalidation. I will act accordingly depending on which of those that actually happens. Until then, there is no action to be taken here. Instead, I think it's a perfect opportunity to research new, exciting altcoin projects. Last year, I did that way too little. I was too busy with the move, my company re-establishment, and actually automating my business. All that is done now, and I think I've cut like 90% of my admin work. It's fantastic. I will have a lot more time now in 2025 to research projects, and that's really what I'm excited about here. Strategizing only takes you that far. It's execution that brings result. I really like this quote from Robin Sharma. Ideation without execution is delusion. And for me, last year I spent too little time on execution for the actual analysis. That's what I want to improve on for myself this year. And with my move finished and automation done, I think I'll have the time and focus to do it. And let me show you 2 examples of this. It was like 2 months ago that I talked so enthusiastically about the AI agent opportunity on that DCA show. Then I didn't go and buy any, with the excuse that I had too much else to do. Since then, the total market cap has gone from I think 1 billion to 15 billion, and the leaders have gone over 100x. Next, this Tuesday I sat reading some old tweets from December, and I started reading about this one, where they said that VC-driven metaverse a couple of years ago faded, but the developers are still here coding. And what might be different this time is that there are AI agents now, which you can put in those worlds, and generative AI, which can be used to build the worlds. So this time it might actually work out. And there was this project here that seemed good. I kept reading this from December and I felt that I should probably buy some of that. That was on Tuesday, on the 7th. Then I go check the coin price, and turns out it has gone up 400x the day before. It went up 1,500 times just the day before. So if I had read that one day earlier, 10k would be 10 million, worth the effort to study. So both of these were pretty close, didn't catch them. But there are new opportunities like this every day, every week, every month. The overwhelming majority will fail, but a few will succeed big time. For me personally, 2024 was my best year financially ever, with a huge margin. 2025 I hope will become even better, and my strategy to achieve it is to research projects, execute better on that. I did add Cookie in the Pro Portfolio tracking, which went up 5x since then, and 10x from the gold flip. And the bizarre thing is, at times like this, when there are a lot of fake outs and it feels like nothing works, one cookie that goes 5x pays for 50 failed entries, which back up 10%, break support, and you cut the loser early. And hopefully we're not going to be that bad at identifying entries. That's the bizarre, unintuitive mathematics of asymmetrical returns. That's why I love this market. That's why I think it's worth the effort and time and focus to study. My suggestion, or actually advice to you, is to make your own list of what you will improve on for this year. Because small gradual improvements take you a giant distance over time. Learnings compound just like capital. Don't get scammed, guys. I have only one website. It's ctolarsson.com. Press here for course with Larsson Line. Press here for Larsson Line Pro. Now it's time for me to work on the Friday tier reports. Thank you, tack. CTO Larsson out.